Dear Samsung, Apple, and Google, I'm going to tell you how to make the absolute perfect smartphone for 2020 or 2021, whenever you can get around to it. It would be great if you could make this phone. It would be awesome. And I know that you probably won't do it, but I'm making this video anyway because it's YouTube, baby, and we need these views. So I'm going to tell you what I think will make the perfect smartphone for 2020 right after this.
This is, you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below. But for now, let's just get into the video. So I've been watching a lot of the Pixel reviews and a lot of the smartphone reviews lately that other tech tubers have been doing, and something kind of occurred to me. Like, whenever someone talks about any one of those particular phones, they always list all the things it doesn't have. So then I started wondering, what would the perfect smartphone look like? Could it even be a thing? Could there be enough stats on something to make it the perfect smartphone? Now, I'm not saying what will make the best-selling smartphone. That would be a very inexpensive phone. That's pretty much the end of that discussion. It doesn't have to be a flagship phone. As a matter of fact, it practically can't be. The iPhone XR, best-selling phone last year, under 800 bucks. But what would be the perfect smartphone? And this is gonna be cool, so I want you guys to leave comments below and let me know which parts I'm missing in my perfect smartphone. I think I'm gonna be pretty close though. And maybe we'll continue the discussion on my podcast I do with Greg's from Greg's Gadgets. Link is in the description below. We're on all the major platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Shoutcast, Pocket Cast, Up Your Podcast, that thing. So let's get into it. What would be the number one thing I'm looking for in my phone? And then let's just add upon that. Now, I said last year that 2 phones is probably the most you're going to need to have a really great lineup. Having 3, I think, is too many. You're giving too many choices. You need a regular version and like an upscale version, a pro version, if you really want to call it that. The normal version should be fairly inexpensive, somewhere around $600-ish. And I know that sounds low, but wouldn't it be amazing if you could get a phone that has most everything you need for $600? Of course you'd want to buy it. Let me tell you what type of stats that particular phone would have. And believe it or not, most of these are actually doable now. Now, some of this stuff won't directly apply to an iPhone, but it totally could. Like, some of these things are just pieces of hardware and the software behind it, like iOS. There's a whole other discussion behind that. But a lot of these same pieces could work. So let's talk about the front of the screen. Let's make it all screen. Now, I don't necessarily mean wrapping around the sides. Not everyone likes that. I'm talking about full screen, which either means a pop-up selfie camera like OnePlus or something under the screen. Now, we know that that technology is being developed, and even a Chinese company a while back even had like a prototype of it. So I'm hoping by 2020 they have that figured out. Regardless, either give me the pop-up or put it under screen. I don't want any kind of notch, teardrop, or nothing. I want all screen. And let me tell you, once you've had that, you don't want to go back. This is a non-negotiable for my perfect smartphone. I want all screen. I don't want to see the camera. No hole, nothing like that. I don't want any of that. Give me the whole screen. And make it 120 hertz. Now, I know we're at 90 right now. I feel like by the time 2020 is really getting in, we're getting it into 2020, we can get 120 hertz. So give me 120, minimum 90, but 120. 6.5 inch screen, 6-inch for this lower model. What about the latest processor, whether it be like the 865 or 855 plus, whatever the case may be at the time. And let's go with like 12 gigs of RAM. And then let's do like fast charging. Let's do a little bit of wireless charging. Yeah, all these things. And let's do that for about 600 bucks. Sound impossible? It's kind of already being done right now. This is a phone you can get now. And it has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. I forgot to mention that. That should also be in my standard version of the perfect phone. Pretty amazing. It's actually $479. It's available right now. So I haven't even added the rest of my cool stuff. And I'm already under my $600 price. I'm at $500. I'm gonna add a couple more things to get us to $600 and then see where we are. The Red Magic 3S is available now. It's just under 500 bucks. It has the vast majority of everything I said, plus some other features, including like 6K video recording, which I was gonna get to here in a minute. This is a beast of a phone and it's under 500 bucks. So I figured with that, I can add some more cool stuff that this thing doesn't have and make it part of my dream smartphone. So you might have your jaw dropped right now thinking, how does this phone exist for under $500 with better specs than phones that are substantially more expensive than it? You've been fooled. You have been told that you can't get that for that price. It's not true. So this dream phone is actually absolutely possible, and I'm not even done yet. Let's put those 3 cameras on the back like we have now, the telephoto, the wide, and the ultra wide. Let's give it 4K, 120 frames per second recording. That way you can do slow motion. 60 will just be standard, 4K 60 just be standard. Across all 3 of those camera lenses. Sounds like a lot, but at this point we're gonna have a new processor, whether it be the 865 on the Snapdragon side, or the A14 on the iOS, on the Apple side. I mean, regardless, it's gonna have the power to do these things, so I'm not really worried about it. I only need 1 camera on the front. It can have a flash. It doesn't have to. I don't really care. Give me that wide angle that the Pixel had last year in the Pixel 3. That way I can get all my friends in a selfie and I can show them how amazing my phone is. It's badass. Let's bring it out in 6 colors. I'll let you pick the colors. As long as you bring me my blue, I'm good with that. So let me have a really nice deep blue. And I think like this year, actually even this year's Galaxy Note 10, that blue was really nice. Fingerprint sensor and face unlock. I want the best of both worlds. I don't want to have to choose. I don't want to have to do either or. I want both. I want to have a fast fingerprint sensor that I can get in and get out super quick, and an incredible face unlock. You guys can figure this out by now. The technology exists for both. So just put them both into one. I mean, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, and one of those cameras, I want that super zoom, you know, like the 10x optical zoom. Give me all of it. This exists on phones in China right now. You can get amazing zoom on some of these phones right now, and they don't really exist in the US, so I need that. I need super zoom. The lower end phone, which we said is gonna go for about 600 bucks, 128 gigs of storage, we'll say 8 gigs of RAM. I'll let you off the hook on that one. And I think that we need to be UFS 3.0 for all of this. We can't be talking about anything lower than that. Also micro SD and USB-C. And I don't care if this is for the iPhone that's supposed to be awesome or Android, USB-C. Let's be done with this. USB-C. Give me that auto night mode. Those night modes are amazing, but I don't want to have to click it on and click it off. Do it for me. You're smart enough. Make the phone smart. Always on display. Give it to me. Some of you out there are not giving me always on display. I want it all the time. This is the perfect smartphone. Always on display. Headphone jack. Well, I don't really care about this personally, and I know some of you do, so.
Now, shout out to everybody that keeps saying the headphone jack is dead. The headphone jack is dead. What you call that? All right, y'all see that right there? What you call that?
I'm gonna put it in there just for you guys. Now, this can go on the larger / pro version of this phone, which by the way would have 12 gigs of RAM, would have 256 gigs of storage just to start off with, and maybe that super zoom. I guess you can't put the super zoom on the $600 phone, but you can on the $800 Pro version. And yes, I'm maxing out at $800. Don't tell me you can't give me this for $800, because you know you can. And finally, give me a little bit of 5G. I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm kind of like indifferent to it right now because you can't get to it very easily here in America, and even some places around the world you can't. But it's coming, and by the time the end of 2020 is over and 2021 exists, I'm gonna want that. So give me that. I mean, give it to me. Of course, it needs to be IP rated. I want to be able to accidentally drop this in the toilet. I mean, it's a thing, I guess. I want to be able to do it. I want all that for $800. Plus, I want all the dongles and cords and everything else I could ever need in the box. I need all of it in the box. No excuses. I want a USB-C to A, B, elemental P. I want it all. I don't care. Put it in the box. Apple, Google, Samsung, whoever's going to do this, put it in the box. If you're on the Android side, I want better integration across not only Android devices, but now Windows. With Microsoft and Samsung kind of talking and becoming friends, I want to turn my phone on, have it connect directly to my computer, make phone calls, texts, everything I want to mirror on my phone to my computer without me having to plug it in. I want it wireless. I want it all wireless. This is the perfect smartphone, son. Get excited, get hyped. And if it's an iPhone, same thing. If I have an Apple TV, I want that thing to automatically mirror. When as soon as I put it on my charger, I can set a setting and it says, boom, now that's your computer. Your TV is now your desktop because it's on your iPhone, on the charge thing with your wireless keyboard. This is the dream. This is not reality. I understand this video is just a dream, but it's fine, it's YouTube. And I want all this for a reasonable price. That's why the high end has to be $800. And by the way, for those of you that don't like curved screens, I like curved screens, but I don't need to have a curved screen. If you want to make the low end flat and the high end curved, fine, I don't care. Give me all the other things I already asked for, because to be perfectly honest, you can do it. Red Magic 3 S has already proved this. For $500, they're putting out phones that are better than phones that are $800 and $900. What? At the end of the day, this might just be some type of dream, some type of funny little thing we put together, a little YouTube video that doesn't mean anything. But here's the reality. These phones can exist. Like now, they can exist. And while they are coming out by these smaller Chinese manufacturers, the big boys should be doing it. Why is it that this phone exists by a small little website, little channel that you can't go into a Best Buy store or something like that and grab this phone for $500 with all these features? Why does it have to be hidden away in some corner of the internet? Why doesn't Samsung, Google, or even Apple come out with a phone just like this for that type of price? I mean, like, what is the real excuse? They might be protecting their bottom line, but they're not protecting the customers. And at some point, as it's already happening, sales are gonna start going down and people are gonna give up. They are fine with the phone they had from 3 or 4 years ago. I've been saying this for a long time. People need a reason to upgrade. I think the phone that I just described, I would upgrade darn near every single year. Let's do this. So what kind of phone would you like? What kind of features did I miss? What would you love to see in an upcoming phone that would make you upgrade in an instant? Tell me in the comments below. And if any of these phone manufacturers out here want to get up with me to make the perfect phone, let's do this. You know how to get a hold of me. Hit me on the Twitter. Hit me on the Twitter tweets. If this video helped you out in any way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if it didn't, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm here every single week having a blast. Hope to see you again real soon. Peace and love. Peace and love. I would buy that today.